Welcome to Hockey With Talks podcast. Today I'll be talking about buyers and sellers at the NHL trade deadline. The NHL trade deadline is fast approaching, so I thought it would be fitting to talk about buyers and sellers. Buyers during the NHL trade deadline. The Colorado Avalanche need to add some depth goal scoring and a veteran defenseman if the Avs want to make a deep playoff run. Colorado could go after goal scorers such as Rickard Rakell of the Anaheim Ducks or Connor Garland of the Arizona Coyotes. The Avs could also use a veteran defenseman such as Erik Goodbranson from the Ottawa Senators. Philadelphia Flyers. The Philadelphia Flyers were a team that started the season as contenders, but as the season has progressed, they have gotten worse. In order for them to make the playoffs, they need to have a major shakeup of the team. Look for the Flyers to target a top 4 defenseman like David Savard of the Columbus Blue Jackets or Josh Manson of the Anaheim Ducks. Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins are in dire need of secondary scoring as they have the 5th worst goals for in the league. Only Buffalo, Detroit, New Jersey, and Anaheim have scored less goals than the Bruins. Boston should target a goal-scoring winger like Kyle Palmieri of the New Jersey Devils or Taylor Hall of the Buffalo Sabres. The Bruins could also look to add a veteran defenseman on the left side like Mark Stahl or Patrick Nemeth of the Detroit Red Wings. New York Islanders. Without the services of their captain Anders Lee, the Islanders will look to seek a goal-scoring winger to replace him. The Islanders could target Tanner Pearson from the Vancouver Canucks or Alex Iafallo from the LA Kings. Anthony Mantha of the Red Wings could be another option, but it would cost a lot more than Iafallo or Pearson. Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers are perhaps the biggest surprise of the season, and so they will definitely be looking to add depth for a playoff run. The Panthers could go after Chris Tierney or Artem Anisimov from the Ottawa Senators to bolster their depth at center. Florida also needs to add a top 4 defenseman because Aaron Ekblad will likely miss the rest of the season. Brandon Montour could be a stopgap solution on defense while Ekblad is out. And now a word from our sponsor. Check out my scouting blog at hockeywith77scouting.com. Also follow my Facebook and Instagram at hockeywith777. Sellers at the NHL trade deadline. Ottawa Senators. Since the Ottawa Senators currently sit in last place in the Scotia North Division, they will likely be sellers at the deadline. Everyone on the team under 25 besides Matt Murray could be moved at the deadline. New Jersey Devils. The New Jersey Devils aren't exactly out of the playoff race yet, but it is better for them to be sellers at the deadline. The Devils have some attractive trade assets on hand like Kyle Palmieri, Dmitry Kulikov, Sami Vatanen, and Ryan Murray. Buffalo Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres are open to move anyone at the deadline, including Jack Eichel, but that is highly unlikely because of the asking price. Players such as Taylor Hall, Sam Reinhart, and Brandon Montour could all be on a new team after the deadline. Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks are currently going through a rebuild right now, so it makes sense to move some of their veteran players at the deadline, such as Rickard Rakell, Josh Manson, and Jacob Silfverberg. Ryan Getzlaf would also be an attractive trade asset, but he is less likely to be traded. Detroit Red Wings. The Detroit Red Wings don't really have any untouchables on their NHL roster outside of Dylan Larkin. Players such as Tyler Bertuzzi, Robbie Fabry, Bobby Ryan, and Anthony Mantha could all be on the move. The NHL trade deadline always has its surprises, so it will be interesting to see how it plays out.